favorite words, our favorite thing to hear. We're all a bunch of egomaniacs, you know? It makes us feel good to hear our names, whether we're an adult or a child. And so how do we make sure that we incorporate names into what we do each day?
I actually didn't even think about it in that way, but like if you were a new employee at the office and everyone's wearing badges, that would be such a helpful way for you to remember people's names. Like,
yes.
That's huge. Like, especially if you remember someone's name, like that's the sweetest sound to their own voice. I mean, to their own ears, right? Is their name. And if you're able to remember that faster, like you're gonna incorporate a healthier company culture quicker because of that.
So
I didn't think about that. I'm kind of having
you're having a moment. You work with 500, 600, 2,000 people, or you're in and out of the office because you're in a hybrid model. That is super helpful from a connection perspective.
100%. I am on Team Badge Pass now. That's welcome
to this side.
It gives them that ability to walk through the hall. Even if there's a new teacher, they're able to meet that teacher, know who they are, and know that they're supposed to be there.
And there's so many people. I think K through 12 is probably my passion spot, even though we work in a lot of different markets. There's so many kids that you don't know what the story is behind the scene. You know who they are when they walk in the door. They're either the good kid, the bad kid, the kid that goes under the radar, whatever. But we forget the value that they need to feel in their own lives. And I think one of the first things they can do is when you call somebody by name, when Lindsay walks through the door and you go, "Hey, Lindsay, how are you doing? Man, I'm glad you're here today. High five. Have a great day." You can't help but kind of sit up straighter and smile more. Mm-hmm. So just that identifying who they are and acknowledging that they are there in their presence, you don't know what you've done for that kid.
I keep going back to thinking about, we had access badges and everything's tied down. There's so much financial information. And like what the difference would have been for me having something with our logo and my picture on it versus just we had white cards that passed around. If you lost it, you paid for it, whatever. And just thinking like, I was in this giant organization and I was a number, literally a number on my pass. And so like, the more like I listen to your story and I dig into it, I go, there are so many places in my life where something as simple as putting my name on it would have given me ownership and a place of belonging that I didn't have. There's a reason I don't work in call centers anymore. And those little touches, and people don't talk about that enough. It's the little things that really, really matter. The big things are easy to get right, but those little details completely change an environment.
We're just here because we care, and there's someone in your community that cares. And there's, I know you're familiar with like the neuroscience behind saying someone's name and what it does in the brain, and it makes you feel seen in a way that nothing else does. The more I learned about the power of a name, the more I leaned into that. I thought, how can we do more to say a kid's name, to write their name, to really speak their name, look into their eyes, and let them know we care. It's that partnership with the sort of offering of love and saying their name from somebody that doesn't need anything from them. It's generosity, and it's really powerful.